And as an odd aside to the secrets of the XK8, and please don't think this is a commercial, it's not. I do get asked, don't you find it dark under the bonnet of your car because the bonnet opens the wrong way and kind of shades everything off no matter what the lighting's like in your garage? Don't you want to fit under bonnet lights? I have thought about fitting under bonnet lights a couple of times just because it'd be an interesting project, but the reality is, what do you reckon? I reckon there's no light on the camera at this stage. That's pretty good. Now if I turn all the lights off in my garage, just 1 second, it's still pretty good. And the reason for that is that thing. It's my work lamp, which is an Erbauer. Erbauer? I don't know. So you can tell I'm not sponsored by Erbauer because they'd have told me what it was called. But it's a very nice work light, but I'm very keen on. Its negative is it's very heavy. Let me just pull it out of the way for you. Here we go anyway. So, Erbauer work light. It's a 2400 Li. Lithium ion, I guess, and 14.8 volt, 5.4 amp hour with a 30 watt LED light in it. It is made in China and none the worse for that. It's got a tripod mount on there, so you can screw it onto the top of a camera tripod, or if you've got a work light tripod, it'll fit on there. It's got keyhole slots, so you can hang it from them. The light itself is sort of odd shape, but it means it sits firmly on the ground. You can rotate the actual work lamp, not 360, but round to there, so effectively in any direction you want. It's got a really frosted, and in my case very dirty, diffuser. It's got little lights here which indicate how much charge is left, and just one button to operate, which is rubberized. And when you press the button, lights up. You can see I'm fully charged, 4 lights. If I press it again, it reduces the power. You might see a strobing effect on the camera. That's problem with LEDs and cameras. Sometimes they run at the same pulse rate as the camera. And that saves power. When this gets down to 1 dot, it flashes a few times to remind you that it's only got a little bit of charge left, which is really nice. Turn that off, charge it in there. Again, nice rubberized cover. And yeah, its final trick, which makes it really useful for the Jag, I find, is these pop out claws, which mean you can hang it over a door if you're working in the house, or a lintel, rafter, or in my case, the top edge of my bonnet. And I tend to put a piece of rag on there just because that's me. But yeah, does a good job. It's just a little large and heavy. That is its only negative. When I'm using it under the car as a sort of inspection light, then you know it's probably not ideal, which is why I've got this nice thing, Unilite. Again, not sponsored, just stuff I like and use. Allegedly British. I'm not 100% sure, which again tells you that this is not sponsored in any way. But British company sells them anyway. I'm not sure if this particular light is something they badge engineer. They certainly design and manufacture a lot of their stuff themselves. It's not the cheapest stuff. but these very reasonable. So I guess they call these cob lights. This one's called a PL3, and you press the button on the top, very bright, and it's got other settings so that you can save energy, and it's got a magnet on the end. It's got a pen clip, which means I can snap it onto my t-shirt or overalls and see what I'm doing hands-free, which is rather nice. And you unscrew the bottom, and it just takes 2 AAA batteries, and it's got an O-ring in there, all aluminium construction. So a really nice thing, very handy. I'm a big fan of that. You can kind of see what people mean. I've got a well lit garage, but when the car's parked this way round, it can be shaded by its bonnet. So yeah, you need a different technique. Purdy's not very clean at the moment, despite being in the garage. I keep having to bring her out to do various bits and pieces of jobs. I've been helping out my father-in-law with his kit car, and that's meant she's had to be outside in some bad weather again. So she needs another wash off, and then I can finally get round to doing some detailing on her maybe. I was watching some stuff on Facebook, some pictures from Matt Arnold. Hey Matt. He'd done a fabulous job detailing his car, so I'm going to follow suit. I've been suitably inspired. A recent video I did, which was basically a walkthrough of the interior controls, and as I sort of subtitled it, a video chapter from the owner's handbook, went down particularly well. Lots of positive feedback on it, lots of people enjoying having it told to them from a user's point of view rather than explained not desperately well in some cases by the manual. So I will probably press on and do some others of that, looking at things like the hi-fi and other features of the car and talking you through them from a user's point of view rather than, again, relying on Jaguar's original impressions. I've also got to address this, which is some stainage. It's basically in the grain of the seat. Now, the seats are actually clean, so this is just where the dye has started to break down as the surface, the finish, cracks up on the leather. So a little bit of recolouring is needed, and for that I come over to my shelves, which are not tidy, so I won't be able to find it quickly. Oh, there we go. There we go. And I've got some stuff from Furniture Clinic, some self-seal colourant, colours and seals in one operation in cream. So I'll be trying that out soon too. The barley is for blue, the Jaguar XJ, who is also in need of a little bit of leather glue. Tiny hole in one of the seats, nowhere anybody can see, but just irritates me. Purdy's on a charger at the moment because she's not seeing a lot of action, and the CTEC is keeping her in good fettle. Oh, that's actually a thing. I know others have done videos on these, so I'm not going to be doing one, but I do get asked regular, oh, which one to get? Which one should I have? The choice is yours. I've got an MXS 5, 12 volt 5 amp unit, and that is more than adequate for the big batteries that we have in the Jags. So, like I say, I'm not saying don't use the others, and I'm not going to do a video on how these things work. Others have done much better videos on that than I ever will, including Mondurel, so Damien. It used to be ONDR Jaguar XK8. They've done a great video on those, I seem to remember. So that'll have to do for now. I have to get ready for a very early departure for work tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap up in the garage. My tinkering time has come to an end. I've spent the day just playing, tidying up the tools, talking to myself, also doing a little bit of more work with Ruby, the Rapido. So tinkering and learning and getting to know her a little bit more, and also doing some prep work on Blue for a little adventure I've got lined up for her, and I'll be driving her tomorrow. I've done a little bit of work in the last couple of weeks, tidying up the website a little bit. Nothing too dramatic. I just haven't had the time or inclination, if I'm honest. I'm a little low energy for personal reasons just at the moment. But don't worry, I will be fine, and so will everybody else. But if you want to check out the website, www.tothegarage.co.uk. Also like to point out that the latest version of Gary Van Remortel's XK8 Bible is on the website in the useful documents area. I think it might be the first thing that comes up. If you've already got a copy of that, I'd highly recommend that you regularly go there and read it from there, or download it from there and reprint it, because Gary is updating it regularly. He seems to be keeping up a pace of about once a month, and there's some pretty significant additions, changes that go into that every time that he updates it. So check that out regular. I shall be doing a casually every other Wednesday live broadcast, sort of Q&A session chatter with those who are interested, and I will announce it a little ahead of time. But I can't commit that it will always happen. So probably see some of you, or at least speak to some of you, on Wednesday evening around about 8 o'clock. See ya! If you're enjoying our channel, then don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. And please give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, and you can share the videos. And below the video is always the area where you can comment and get involved with the chat.